Preheat the oven to 180 degrees and line a baking tray with baking parchment. Lemon sole is a very undervalued fish, I'd say, in the UK, known for its mild sweet flavour and delicate white texture. It's not a true sole of lemon flavour either, and the naming of the fish was vaguely thought of due to its similarity of being shaped like a lemon. It's a member of the plaice family and is much more closely related to dab or flounder than a Dover sole, and is typically dark spotted in appearance. The flesh absorbs flavours well, making it suitable for dishes with sauces, and the main angling peak season is from spring to the summer period. Carefully with a sharp knife, score shallow cuts into the sole, making incisions of roughly ½ inch apart to prevent the skin from curling and to allow heat to penetrate through the cooking process. Using a pair of scissors, carefully snip and remove the pectoral fins located on the sides of the fish and remove the caudal fins at its tail. This should be prepped before coating in olive oil, unlike what I've decided to do in this video. Drizzle the lemon sole on both sides with olive oil and season with sea salt and cracked black pepper. Place into the oven and bake for 8 to 10 minutes depending on the size of the sole. Check it midway through cooking. Cut the cherry tomatoes into halves and place onto a baking tray and drizzle olive oil on top. Season with sea salt and cracked black pepper and roast in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes in the oven until bursting with juices and golden. Peel and slice the shallot into thin strips, remove the root and peel the garlic clove, crush, remove the root and finely chop. Sprinkle some sea salt on top of the garlic to help break down the garlic fibres for a finer mince. Place a small medium saucepan onto the hob on a medium heat. Drizzle olive oil into the pan and allow to heat. Add the sliced shallot and saute for 2 to 3 minutes, then add the minced garlic to the pan. Add a splash of white wine vinegar, reduce, then add the mascarpone to the pan. Please don't add any of this 0.5% fat nonsense, as the sauce will be watery and it needs to be rich and very creamy. Add a splash of cold water to loosen it slightly. Stir and add the freshly squeezed lemon juice on top. 1 small lemon to be precise. Keep on a low heat to avoid the sauce spitting and continue stirring. Season generously with some sea salt and cracked black pepper. Take the lemon sole out of the oven and also the cherry tomatoes. Allow the lemon sole to rest for roughly 30 seconds before serving. To check the fish is cooked, use the tip of a knife and insert it into the thickest point of the fish. Remove, then gently place the tip of the knife onto the lower end of your hand underneath the thumb. If it's warm, the fish is cooked. If it's still cool, the fish needs baking for longer. The fish will be opaque and begin to flake for you to check that it is cooked right through. For precision, you can use a probe thermometer to check for a minimal internal temperature of 60 to 63 degrees as a general rule when cooking white fish on the bone, which will flake off easier at these temperatures. It is dependent on how thick or meaty the fish is too, as cooking times will vary, and this also depends on the species of the fish. Note, in some professional catering establishments, their regulations are set by their own policies in line with the FSA in the UK. In some cases, at a minimum cooking temperature of 72 degrees to a minimum of 75 degrees for food safety standards, and ultimately sacrificing a perfectly edible fish that can be safe and much more moister and pleasant to consume at a lower degree. And in the final stages, ladle the mascarpone sauce onto a large serving platter or plate. Scatter the roasted cherry tomatoes around the plate and add the samphire on top. Don't add too much salt to the dish, as marsh samphire is very salty and it can be eaten raw in this case, or lightly blanched or added to sauces at the last minute stages. Grate a generous amount of pecorino on top and place the whole fish in the center of the sauced up plate. Pour the remaining juices from the tray on top of the fish and serve straight away as a sharer.